his foot off the accelerator since winning the Olympic title. He's here to shoot for bronze, though, here at the European Championships, but it will be Daniel Castro to get this match underway.
A little bit of a surprise right there for me, but also for him. There was a surprised look on his face, and I didn't recognize that as a shot that should go to the left 6 either. So let's see how he corrects this. A little too much, maybe.
Really important arrow here for Castro. The set's probably gone.
But it's, as you say, a really important arrow in the sense that now he at least knows, okay, if I shoot a good shot, it at least goes into the 10. Because shooting a 6 and then a 7 on the other side, it doesn't do well for your confidence typically. So it's nice for him to get that last one in and get the match properly started. Bit of a wobble, but he still manages to get it in the gold. I do really like watching the methodical shot process of the actually most of the Spanish team, but in particular of Castro. He has a really satisfying shot, and I'm sure that Mete was not so satisfied with that shot.
Chef, this is uncharacteristic for archery. The arrows are all over the place.
Yeah, well, yes.
By their very high
exactly,
standards.
yeah, by the standards that we've gotten used to them from them. But yeah, there's a bit of shaking, but it's not enough to really, ring any bells in my book. But
well, the 27 that he scored is not gettable by Gazoz. So this is an important arrow for him. So both of them had important final arrows. And it's losing the set.
He's just not really getting into his usual groove or rhythm. And you can sort of see their shirts fluttering in the wind a little bit. So maybe there's more wind than we expected there to be.
Start of set number 3, and that one's drifted over to the right. So I think you're right. I think the wind may well be the factor here. And isn't it surprising that we've been to venues as Gazoz shoots his first arrow in this 3rd set? He's over to the right as well.
Yeah, I don't think this is a coincidence.
No. So, but we've been to venues much windier than this. Antalya, for example, on the beach, very windy.
Yeah.
And they're still in the middle. And the fact that there's so little wind here, I think is actually a massive factor, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think because they're basically blocked from the wind themselves, so there's these huge stands around them, but they're not very high, so they won't block all of the wind. It's very difficult to feel what's going on the field. But the arrow will be in an arc, so on the top of the arc, the arrow will catch some wind and will drift outside of the center. So I think it's just deceiving wind. It's not necessarily the most difficult wind they've ever dealt with, but it's just deceiving.
Well, they've shown, whilst we've been talking about it, that they can both hit the middle of the target after 2 8s. They both shot 2 10s, and that is set number 4, and it will be the Spaniard to shoot first.
See, there's that sider again. He's hit a 7 on the right, so Mete can take that information and aim off to the left, which he probably did in this case, but maybe a bit too much. So it's I think it's also a game of tactics here, like how much will you aim off and how much do you dare to aim off. when you're not feeling any wind. So it's a very mental game at the moment, I think.
It's a little bit of lottery here with such stillness.
9.
Yeah, it does look like it pierced the line, so, and there's no asterisk, so I think it's a 9 in any case. Oh, and he tried to steer that to the right, so this one he didn't intend to shoot so far to the left, but
Chance for Gazoz here. Big chance, in fact. 9 or 10. And he has got the points with that 9 for a 27. We have clear distance. Oh, Daniel Castro needs all the support he can get here. He's shooting at the start of the 5th set to stay in this bronze medal match.
8.
And a high 8. Well, I wonder if Gazoz is licking his lips at the prospect here.
it's a way longer shot than we're used to from Mete. He managed to stick it in the gold.
Yeah, and all he needs to do is actually match Castro. Just needs the 1 point to take the European bronze. That's a lovely shot from the Spaniard, though.
Yeah, it hit lovely. And I think he was not really happy with the execution, but that'll easily be forgotten to go into the next arrow.
Yes.
9.
I think Daniel needs a 10 here to stay in the match, because then Mete will have to shoot a 10 as well. If he shoots anything less than a 10, Mete just has to match that to win this match.
Yeah, a bit nervy as well at the end, wasn't it? A 9 for a 27. So a 9 for the point he needs to take this bronze medal.
A 9 to win.
Oh, that is a beautiful finish. The grouping is fantastic.